There's two questions that came in. They're both around the why and figuring out the why. And one is from an unfaithful husband, another one's from an unfaithful wife. So we have both sides of it. But unfaithful, how do I figure out the why? In particular, why did I cheat? And then the second one that kind of builds on that is I second this question. I am having a hard time figuring out my why. I feel like I was a whole other person when I strayed, and a lot of spaces are dark. So,
Mm.
Camilla, would love for you to address that. How do we figure out the why?
Yeah, and I mean, it's a great question, and every single couple and individual, betrayed or unfaithful, gets down to why. Because I mean, how can you not ask why? And looking at yourself can be really hard, even if you want to. And I think that's what I hear all the time, many unfaithful partners, they really want to figure that out, but it's hard to peel off those layers yourself. And that's why having someone to kind of bounce ideas and thoughts and perspectives with is so helpful. So getting down to your why is to find the core reason why you acted out, not kind of the surface excuses that we usually hear in the beginning. Oh, my wife, she never want to have sex. Or my husband, he never showed me any attention. Or he never validated me. And that might be so, but that is not the reason why someone is acting out. Because a lot of people feel those things or experience those things and they still are not acting out. So the reasons behind is what you need to uncover, because if you're not aware of what's going on, you can't change it. And then it happens what we very often see. People have gone on for years and years and years with, it's almost like a relapse. You have an affair or you use porn, you act out, and then you're like, I can't do this anymore, and you stop, or you get caught and you get stopped, or you stop, and then it goes a while and you kind of put a band-aid on and I'm okay, and then that urge, whatever it is, if you need to distract, if you need to numb, if you need to uplift, I mean, different behaviors have different kind of way of easing for you. uh, and then you fall off the wagon because you haven't dealt with what we call that root cause, the reason why you acted a certain way. Very common, just as a short example here. If you are acting out, it's very often the why is often a huge need for attention. The need for attention and validations often stems from like really deep-seated reasons or feelings of feeling that you're not good enough, or like Sarah said, you feel that you're not worthy. So in a sense, I mean, of course, the unfaithful partner have a core reason why. Betrayed partner, we can also have almost like a reason why we are acting or reacting in certain ways. But for the unfaithful partner to get down to understand, where does that need for validation, where does it come from? Is it that I feel I'm not good enough? Okay, how do I deal with it? And talk therapy is great, or coaching is good to get an understanding on where those limiting beliefs, as we call it, comes from. But then you can talk about it and you still have the emotion, and you talk about it and you still have the emotion. So it's kind of still running you. So getting help to release those painful emotions, and that is what we do, all of us, when we work with root cause therapy, that will help you to shed that pain. So old behavior patterns that stems from quite a young age doesn't kind of pull you down anymore, and you can make those changes that you really want to do. So working on the why, that's almost like peeling off layers of an onion. Some help is most of the time, I would say, necessary. I see a lot of people coming, or a lot of people coming to me, and they have been to counselors and couples counselors or therapists, and they're like, yeah, yeah, I know why. It's because I got really stressed back in the days. And you're like, you might have been stressed back in the days, but that's not the core reason why. The core reason why is why you're handling stress in a certain way, and that's what we need to address. So peeling off all the way into the root, that's what we do when we work like really actively with uncovering the why.